Hello and welcome back to the channel and to another quick look at a Black Friday bargain Scalextric car. Let's check this one out. So today's car that's heavily reduced in the Black Friday sale on the Hornby website is this. This is the police Subaru Imprezza, or Imprezza, however you want to pronounce it, which is currently on the Hornby site for $29.99, I believe. So I think we shall get this out and have a quick look around it, and then have a look at the features, and then stick it on the track and see how it gets on. According to the icons, this should have lights, possibly flashing lights, and is a 4x4, I think. We shall find out. Anyway, let's get it out of the box and see what we got. So I've saved you the embarrassment of watching me fumbling about with those silly screws. And this is the number C4429 Subaru Imprezza WRX, the police edition. Hopefully it's nothing to do with Sting. Right. So first impressions. This looks pretty nice. Nicely detailed, as is Hornby's want these days. Yes, we've got models in there with drivers. We've got nice badges on the side. They're nicely done. If we can pick them out. Can't see it very well through the viewfinder, but it looks good. Yeah, the paint and the printing is really nicely applied. I find with a lot of these models that are white, if they're molded in the white plastic, they look plasticky, but this one, not so bad. We've got the nice gold wheels. In fact, there's two coppers in there. They look less like policemen and more like the men in black. They've got a nice speaker system in the back of their police car, look. But yeah, that looks nice. Let's have a look around the back. We've got an absolute plethora of aerials. They are obviously plastic and reasonably flexible, so they might survive some sort of tumble. Got the Subaru name on the back, lights, and the number plate, as well as the exhaust pipe there, although I do like exhaust pipes when they've got a hole in them. This one hasn't. Again, we got the police badge on the rear wing. Wing mirrors, picked out door handles. See if we can see if there's much dashboard in there. There's a bit. I thought this was left-hand drive, but I think it's right-hand driver. That looks like a driver there. We've got separately fitted wipers. That's good. The front looks great. The Subaru badge right in the middle there of the grille. And the words police printed backwards, so they look right in your rear view mirror. And these, which I assume are bonnet catches, they look quite nice, and the little air intake. I'm just trying to work out whether this is left or right hand drive. No, I think it is left hand drive. Yeah, you can see the steering wheel there. Can't quite get enough light to, you can see the boom box. Can't quite get enough light to see the dash, but there must be some detailing, moulded detailing to that. Bit difficult to tell. And on top we've got the car number. As I said, all these different aerials. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 different aerials. Spoiler. And what I'm hoping are flashing lights on the top. I think lights on cars, even if it's just the headlights and the rear lights, adds quite a lot to them. And on the bottom, you've got the exhaust. Obviously got an inline motor. There's the magnet, the nice Subaru symbol cut out of the base. I like that they do that, that's quite good. Obviously made in Vietnam. And the DPR socket there. And this is this 4-wheel drive? Yes, it is. Yeah, that is four-wheel drive. And it looks like the rear wheels are driven by the motor, obviously. And we've got some sort of belt system running to the front wheels. Yeah, this is quite a nicely detailed thing. I don't know what the original price for this was. Probably about 55 quid or something, knowing them. But it's currently, as I say, £29.99 on the Hornby website. Doesn't feel especially heavy or anything, but we'll stick it on the scales and we'll have a look. We'll see what that comes in at. 81 grams. So nothing special, but not too light either. Now, because of all those aerials on the top, it's going to be a bit more difficult to test out the magnet whilst trying to lay it flat on its roof, but let's see. So there's nothing there. So it's a pretty strong magnet. Probably if I do it at a different angle, I could pick it up. Yeah, no problem. So it's got a nice strong magnet if you like that thing, if you like that. I don't mind magnets, but I'll run either. So yeah, I do think that's rather good. Right, I think we should get that down on the track. So you may have noticed when that was going around the track that the blue lights weren't working, the flashing lights on the top, and I'm sure they're supposed to. So I'm just going to try it down here with the battery. Yeah, so you can see there, the flashing lights are working, and I did actually try this off camera on the track by holding the back up and giving it full power. So my track's actually quite short, so it never gets anywhere near full throttle. And I think maybe it's not getting on my small track enough volts to set those lights on. So if anybody's got one of these, do you suffer the same problem, or is it in some way faulty, that it requires too much voltage to get the lights working? As you can see, on a 9-volt battery, absolutely fine. Other than that, the actual car lights are really nice. They look really good, which is while I've got it here, we'll just have another look at the rears. If I can get the battery in the right place. Yeah, so you see on the battery, those flashing lights are working. So if anybody can enlighten me as to whether theirs is the same or whether I actually need to send this back because there is a problem with the lights, it would be very nice to know what might be causing it. Anyway, so this has had a good few laps. I mean, you only saw very small highlights, if you can call it highlights. So I've now got Smart Race back up and running, so we'll see where it did with the lap times. So as you may be able to see there, the top one is the Captain Scala SPV at the moment at 4.54, and the Subaru's coming second at 4.68. Like a lot of these things, I'm pretty sure I could, with a bit more practice, I'll get closer. But yeah, this is initial runs straight out the box. So it's pretty quick, but then again, of course, it has that really strong magnet, as does the Captain Scala car. And with all those aerials on the top, and the same sort of thing applies to the Captain Scala car, you sort of need it. Otherwise, if you roll it too much, you're going to snap all them off. Just for interest, currently in the third place is my old white Escort, followed by the Fab One. There's some other cars there that other people have driven. And then we've got the Back to the Future 3 DeLorean. So yeah, there we go. That's the Scalextric Subaru Imprezza, the police edition. I like this. I think it looks really nice. as these things stand, I think $29.99 ain't too bad. That's actually on the Hornby website. Well, that's where I got it from, and it wasn't that cheap at the other usual suspects like Rails or TMC or Kerno. So yeah, $29.99. You got one of these? What do you think of it? And if you can enlighten me on the state of the blue lights as well, if yours is the same, I would be very interested to hear your opinion. So thanks again for watching. We'll see you in the next one. I've taken full advantage of the current Black Friday sales, and I've got a few more. They're all cars I quite liked, but for sort of 55, 50 quid, no. But once they get down to about $29.99 or less, definitely worth a punt. So thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one, and bye for now.